All right, Shipwreck, you're here for the Red Dead spoiler.
I am.
Even though you haven't played it.
I wandered around for an hour or so.
Right, that's good. Okay. I'm sure there's sirens going off warning everybody that there's spoilers now, because there's going to be spoilers. So do you know anything about how this game ends, Ship? Has it been spoiled for you at all?
I'm going to go with your character dies in a depressing but redeeming way?
Yeah, that's pretty accurate. So yeah, you die of tuberculosis.
Okay.
Well, not really. I mean, you're dying of tuberculosis and you get beat up while you're dying of tuberculosis. So, half a dozen of one, half a dozen of the other, but whatever. Mm-hmm. But yes, that does happen.
Shocking.
And then, yeah. I mean, well, that's how the first one ended.
Right, it's the formula.
Your character died, and then there's the redemption, I guess, afterwards. But the weird thing about this one is you play, I mean, like most of the game as Arthur Morgan, the main character.
Is that who I was riding around as?
Yes.
To begin with? Okay.
Correct. And then, you get to a certain point of the game and you learn that you have tuberculosis and that it's basically a death sentence. And as you say, you die in like in a depressing yet redeeming way. And then you take over as the character from the first Red Dead game, the one that you play as, John.
So this took place before the...
Yeah, this is a prequel. Okay. So now you've played so much of this game as Arthur Morgan. Okay. And now you just take over as this other guy who's in the game an okay amount, but now I'm a totally new character. And there's just so much more game now still. There's two full epilogues to play through as a whole new character. As John Marston.
Okay.
And you don't really get any... There's such a disconnect between your time as Arthur. In fact, like, you don't even go to visit his grave as John. I mean, maybe it's there if you know where to look. Like if you went online somewhere and figured out where to look. But there's no, it seems to me that's like a real lost opportunity to have like an emotional moment where the new character you're playing as recognizes the things that Arthur did to help him and to get to, basically saved his life. Not basically, I think he did. And instead of that, you get a look at his grave during the 30 to 40 minute credit crawl. It flashes on the screen for a few seconds.
Okay.
Someone visiting his grave. Not John, somebody else. It's just why? And I don't know. I just, for somebody who gets emotional at long distance commercials, I had a very limited emotional reaction to this game. So, which is weird.
So you enjoyed it though?
I don't know.
Okay.
I felt like I was bamboozled in a way, just to not be able to finish the game in a reasonable amount of time, so I wouldn't sell it back. But I don't know. I did like visiting all the different places, and but the gameplay is the weakest part of the game.
That's kind of why I exited quickly.
You lock onto the guy, you pop up a little bit to get the headshot, and then you move to the next target. But mostly you're just riding the horse around. And it got to the point where I was doing the thing where you're basically on autopilot. If you you can switch to a cinematic camera mode, and that way you don't have to steer the horse when you're traveling. He'll just follow the path.
Okay.
Because it was just got to be a little too annoying, and I'm just enough already. This game, was this game ever going to end?
I mean, that's not even totally revolutionary there either. In the Zelda games, the horse would follow the path as well.
Yeah, no, it wasn't anything revolutionary. It was just I was getting tired of.
Yeah, it's.
I almost wanted a rewind button like in Forza when you're driving
Your
the horse because
wrecked.
yeah, you wreck your horse. You could, I'd fall down a cliff because I like to live dangerously a little bit, and I like to ride on the side of cliffs, and I would fall down and like have some spectacular crashes with the horse, but I don't want him to be hurt. I have to feed him more food. No, I enjoy the game, but I feel like when Wombat first said the thing about the CW, I was like, no way, that's ridiculous. But the more I played of the game, I realized there's really like out of that whole 75 hours I played, like there's no memorable lines. Not for like them being, cool or well written. There's some memorable ones for like being bad, but nothing that sticks out that I'm going to remember for years and years and years, like some classic Western movies, too.
Was that stuff in the first game?
No.
Okay.
I don't know.
I did not make it. I mean, I made it further in the first game than I did in the second game, but I clearly, this did not resonate with me on multiple levels.
Yeah, it's a rough start. It's a rough start for sure. And I get the challenge of trying to make a coherent story, an interesting story, span over, 70 hours. But I don't know. Maybe the game just didn't need to be that long. But it is what it is.